Welcome to the mdlove podcast, where truth takes a stance, celebrating Michael with facts that enhance. Ready? Let's dance.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the mdlove podcast. As you can see, the background is a bit different, and that is because today I am finally starting the winter edition, which is called Fireside Reflections. And today I wanted to talk to you about the hoax. If you guys are not aware, I am one of those people who believe that Michael faked his death. And for about 5 years now, I've been researching the hoax. And I want to talk to you about my recent posts on Instagram. I want to share with you what I found out, why Michael did it, how we did it, and how are we a part of it. So I just made myself a cup of tea. It's very cold outside. So let's sit around the fire, get yourself something hot to drink, and let's talk about what I believe is the biggest hoax of all times. So how do you like the new intro? Isn't it fun with the sunset and driving? I just wanted something that kind of moves, that has movement. I actually got that idea from Ron Pia. I don't know if you guys know him, if you follow him on Facebook, but he's this huge fan of Michael and the Jacksons, and he's doing something, well, he's doing a lot of some things for the Jacksons, and he's very active, in the Moonwalkers community. So one day he went live while driving, and I realized that I was fascinated to watch that live, mainly because there was a movement on the screen. So I was thinking, okay, I want to do something similar. Now, I don't drive, but I was thinking, okay, so winter is coming. Maybe I should just have something that has to do with that. So what I came up with is this fireplace, because it has movement and it reminds us that it's winter and we need to get warm, just like I am right now with my cup of tea, and I'm sitting in a nice warm room. It is absolutely freezing outside. They're saying that it's gonna snow soon, so I'm here in my warm space in bed, talking to you about what seems to be like the biggest hoax of all times. So thank you, Ron, for the inspiration. And let me start by telling you that yesterday I created a few posts about the hoax and showing you a little bit of what I have learned over the last 5 years. And I actually started with a post of Michael's speech where he is calling Tommy Mottola the devil. And I asked, and kind of said actually, do you really think that Michael would say something like that, knowing how dangerous Mottola is, knowing how dangerous it is in general in the music industry, and not have an escape plan? Like, what I was basically trying to tell people is that speech was part of the plan, is to make people believe that because of that speech, they killed him, they silenced him, because he knew too much. And that's what you were meant to believe. That's what a lot of people who wanted to get rid of Michael are meant to believe. And but myself and many other believers could see beyond what was presented on screen and on the headlines. And we saw so many things, and we saw that so many things just don't really make sense. And just like Judge Judy says, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. So we all came to the conclusion, and actually we see what's really going on is that Michael absolutely faked his death. and he is still with us until today, thank God. And he wants us to be part of it in some way. He is doing his part, and I'm guessing that what he wants from us is to tell the world what's really going on. I think this is the believer's job or part of this thing. And I know that we are doing our best. We don't know everything. No one is like giving us direct orders or telling us the full story. We get hints here and there, but most of what we have are guesses, but I believe those are educated guesses. Like, we see things and we analyze and we ask questions and we do our best to find answers anywhere we can, whether it is in books that his family wrote and people who knew him, or in all kinds of slip-ups that they have in interviews or wherever, or documents, or wherever we can find something that says, okay, listen, what we are telling the world that is happening is not really happening. Please look beyond what we say and what we do, because the biggest show in the world is happening right now, and it started on June 25th, 2009. And you guys need to get ready, because something really big is coming. Hopefully next year. I mean, every year we're thinking that this is the year it's coming, but there's the biopic now, and we're gonna have to wait something like a year. It was supposed to come in April, and I was really waiting, and I was really sad when they said, you know what, actually it's gonna be in October, which is in almost a year. And as sad as I am, I understand it. It's going to be the biggest thing, the biggest movie ever made, from what I understand. So, big things takes time. So in a way, I am okay with it, but I'm still sad about it. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted it to be in April, but it's okay. I understand it. But anyway, hopefully somehow, in some way, the truth will come out, and hopefully Michael will come out. He will share with the world that he is still here. He was always here. This was just part of a plan, that he needed to expose some things and maybe some people, so he could return and do what he loves to do at peace, without anyone chasing him, without anybody bothering him, so we could just all enjoy him and he can enjoy us in peace. And that's my conclusion of everything. So I started with the post of the Motol speech, and then I continued with the song Xscape, where he tells us that he needs to escape. He needs to go somewhere. He needs to disappear so he can refocus and do what he needs to do. First, for himself and his children. He needs to be centered again. He needs to heal from everything he went through. And, he is on a mission. So when you are on a mission, and a big mission like that, you have to focus. You have to be calm, collected, centered, And he couldn't do it when the paparazzi was after him all the time. People were suing him all the time. Because, just like Tom Mazzaro said, why go to work when you can sue Michael Jackson, People thought it was so easy to just get money from him instead of doing what's right. So yeah, he escaped, and he told us about it, and he told Rabbi Shmuley about it in the tape. I don't know if you guys have listened to the tapes, which, when I first listened to the tapes, I thought he was being secretly recorded. But after a while, I realized that he knew, and it was what looks like to me, it was part of the plan, because at some point he said, I don't remember what he was talking about, but he said, well, I don't want to say it on tape, but, so he knew it was recorded. So So everything that Michael did, I believe, since the year 2000 is part of the hoax, and it is planned. So, so I talked about the song Xscape, and then I talked about the song with Akon, the duet with Akon, Hold My Hand. And I talked about the video more than the song. And the video I found out, I think like 3 years ago, and there are so many symbols and clues in it that tells us that this was all planned. There are so many symbols that says life, that he is alive. There are so many clues that telling us that he is hiding, and that one day he will be reborn, like he will come here again. We will see him again, but I'm guessing different in some way, in many ways. Yeah, so you guys can watch in my highlights in my Instagram. The highlight is called Hold My Hand Clues, and all the symbols and clues, all the things that I found in the music video or short film, however you want to call it. And so we have that. So we have him telling us that he needs to escape. And then there's Hold My Hand, where he tells us why he had to do it, or even how he did it. And then there's the video for the song One More Chance, where he takes fans and he puts them on stage, and where it looks like he is saying, by doing that we are now supposed to take the stage. We're not going to be in the center, and he is going to be somewhere watching, and now it is on us to, like, I keep asking, to do what? To tell the truth, to tell your real story, your true story. Like, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to investigate what really happened and share it with the world? I'm guessing that this is what he was asking us to do, because in the song he says, I can't do it by myself. I think he realized that he needs help, and he can't just do it with a few individuals. He's going to need us to share what really happened, back in 93, in 2005, and now, there's a trial of these two shitheads, so we need to tell the true story of what's going on. And I believe that is our part of the show. But besides that, what I do anyway is tell people who Michael really is, through my eyes. Obviously, I never met him, but I believe that I've studied the man in every way possible, and I know a lot about him and his personality and who he truly is. Obviously, I'm never going to know everything there is to know. No one does. But I do know a lot, and what I know, I love to share. I somehow make myself believe that this is my mission, and I love doing it, and I'm always trying to find a creative way to do it, a fun way to do it, because I really do want as many people to learn the truth. Because I really believe that, just like it happened to me, that once I learned who Michael really is, then they realize that all the things that the media said about him is completely not true. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I'm sorry to repeat these words, but like when they're calling him Wacko Jacko, if you learn who he really is, you can see that this is complete BS. Michael is not the crazy person that they want to tell the world that he is. The way I see it, it's like they created this comic book character and they named it Wacko Jacko, and now every day they have to share a story of, what he did today, what he said today, blah, blah, and We know that 99.9 of the stories are completely BS, completely made up. And they had to do it because they started something. And they cannot, end it by saying, you know what, actually, no, we made it up. It's not true. It's on this. There, we'll never admit it. So, it's our job to tell the truth. It's our job to um, tell the world who Michael really is, so they will see that everything that they said about him for decades is completely untrue. And know that they are liars, know that they deceive you, know that most of the time they used him as a distraction from other things that are happening in the world. And just like Living Neverland, have you noticed that it came out just a short time after they started talking about Weinstein? Like, that's what I believe anyway, they used Michael to distract people from what's really going on in Hollywood so that you wouldn't ask questions. Have you noticed that one of Weinstein's best friends is Oprah Winfrey, the one who couldn't wait to take sides and jump on the opportunity to bash Michael? Have you noticed that? Maybe she was rushing to talk about Michael so that you guys wouldn't talk about her and wouldn't ask questions like, why are you such a close friends to a proven sex offender? Someone who is now in prison, because we know who he really is. It's just some things that we all need to think about. I thought about it for years. And honestly, I'm trying to not think about it too much because my main focus is Michael. Yes, I am aware of all the toxic people that surrounded him over the years, but they will never be the main story. Michael is the main story. His truth and his message is the main story, and that's what we need to talk about. That's what we need to focus on, and I hope you guys understand that. So, I started this episode talking about the hoax, so let's go back to that. Let's take a little break with a little bit of music, and I will come back and talk about the rest of the things that I have learned over the years. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this episode so far. I know I am. So let's take a little bit of a break, and I will come back. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so this was a much needed break. I don't remember a time where I was talking so much, so fast for like, what was it, like 18 minutes? That almost never happens. But I guess I'm just really passionate about my posts yesterday. And especially, I keep thinking about the last one when I talked about the song One More Chance. Well, actually, the video. And I found the video very, very interesting. As simple as it looks, it actually has a great hidden message. So in the post, I am talking about how even though Michael staged people in the spotlight, the fans in the spotlight. In the video, he actually has two roles. He is the audience, but he's also dancing and jumping on tables. So he's the audience, but he's also still the entertainer. So in the post, I am asking who is really entertaining who. And the reason I was asking that is because in the last 5 years, almost 6 now that I've been doing it, yes, I was doing a lot of things to entertain you guys, videos, podcasts, whatever, but I could only do it because this whole hoax things, this whole, the clues that we got, everything that I've been through, finding out what's really going on, believing that in some way Michael is communicating with us. This was also a way for me to be entertained, So he entertains us, with the biggest show on earth. If we do actually notice the details, the clues, whatever, it is very entertaining if you're into it. If not, I gotta tell you guys, you're missing so much, because this is really, it's fun, it's entertaining. And sometimes I kind of feel sad for the non-believers, because they're really sad, thinking that Michael is gone and they miss him, and you guys are really missing him, but he's here. And I get it, not like, I know he's here and I still miss him because he's not here in the way I wish he was, but he is here. And if you guys are connected with him, if you guys get him, his messages, and you are in a way connected to him, and you do see him, just not in a physical form. I do sometimes see him in a physical form in my dreams. You guys have shared it with me. You guys are dreaming about him too, and those dreams are always great. And I do enjoy, just like I said in that post, to spend the few seconds or minutes that I have with him in the dream. But basically, if you are into this, the greatest show on earth, if you're into this hoax, and you keep seeing things that you believe are coming from him, then you're seeing him all the time and you feel him all the time. Yeah, that's most important. You feel him all the time. So look, I'm not trying to convince you to try and see the things that I see and other believers or death researchers seeing. If you guys are comfortable with what you believe, then that's okay. Because let me tell you, this thing is a roller coaster. Okay, like so many times during those years where I am trying to see what's going to happen, and hoping he will come back soon, I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit, because when you think it's going to happen and it's not, it's really heartbreaking. But with time, we learn more, we understand more, and we get that this is something huge that is about to happen. And when something this big is going to happen, it takes time. You learn that. You learn to be more patient. You learn that, you learn to trust the process. Yeah, you absolutely learn to trust the process. You see that things are happening. You may not completely understand what's going on or why things happen the way they do, but you learn to trust the plan, and you learn to trust yourself, your instincts. So this whole thing, yes, it's been a roller coaster, but it's been also very, very interesting and fun and entertaining, which I'm guessing is the main thing. It's supposed to entertain us, not makes us sad. And yeah, I mean, great things are coming, and we all should prepare. And in the meantime, just like I said before, we should tell the world who Michael really is, make the world fall in love with him again. Even though, I gotta tell you, this documentary that came out in 2019, it made many people, including myself, learn the truth, learn what really happened. All the things that happened in 93, 2005, I think many people never really had a full story. Because one, Michael wasn't allowed to talk about it. I'm sure if he was allowed to, he would tell us, this is how I met those people, and this is what happened. This is how I learned that all they cared about was money and da da da. Like, he would give us the story. I mean, he sang about it, but songs are also like kind of like clues. You kind of have to interpret everything that he's singing about. So when I first heard about this documentary, first of all, I never watched it because, just like I said many times in the past, as soon as I heard it's a 4-hour film, I knew that the only reason they want to share their story, and it's going to be so long, is because they want to repeat the same lie over and over again. Like, they want to brainwash people, so I never cared to watch. I did, in social media, I watched very short clips that fans have used to debunk their stories. But I never actually sat down and watched the whole stupid thing, and I never will. And also, not too long ago, we actually got the great news that it is actually has been removed from all platforms, so that's great. Some people think, and I don't know why, they think that it was removed to make room for the second part that is coming. I'm hoping that it's not true. And even if it is, you know what? Bring it. We already know what to do. We know how to debunk stories. We know how to prove that they are absolutely stupid and they don't know how to tell a story. And I don't think we should be afraid of anyone that wants to lie about Michael, because we know what to do with our lies. So, yes, it's annoying, it's a pain in the butt, but we know what to do with it. No thanks to them, we became experts of debunking stories. So, thank you for improving our detective skills. And keep bringing your stupid stories, because we're going to show the world who you really are. So really, there's no need to be afraid of anyone that wants to make up a story about Michael. We know how to shut them up. So like I said, bring it. We will take you down like we did with the rest of the liars. Okay, let's go back to the hoax. Let's talk about Hold My Hand. So besides the excellent short film, music videos, whatever you want to call it, with the clues and the symbols, and just like in the song One More Chance, basically Michael is asking us in both songs to be with him. He says, let's do this together. I need you by my side. I can't do this alone. Hold my hand. He's gonna do his part. We're gonna do our part, but basically we are doing this together. We are bringing the truth to light. And it is so important, because at the end of the day, this is what we're supposed to do. This is why we are moonwalkers. This is why we are his fans, to support him and to bring the truth to light. Okay, so I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to say in this episode. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you guys liked the background. I hope you guys liked my messages. If you didn't or didn't, you can use the comment section to let me know. And until the next episode, just be a good person and keep Michaeling. See you next time.